Okay, this land is actually owned by the city of Salt Lake, and their plan in this location is to build a water treatment facility as Salt Lake grows to the north and to the west. They bought this land many, many years ago, and they've held it. And when we got looking at the production of oil seed crops like this safflower plant on the sides of the freeways, we discovered that the freeway is a really severe environment. And when we discovered how severe it was, we got looking around for other land that was not agriculturally in use right now that could be used for some other option. And we came up with this 200-acre parcel that we're standing in today. And it doesn't look like this parcel of land will be used for the next 15 to 25 years until the economy perhaps improves after the 2008 downturn. And then as housing builds, they anticipate building the water treatment facility out here. In the meantime, this land serves as relatively good farmland. It's accessible, and it's a place where we can grow oil seed crops like the safflower plant that we're growing here. When we first began the work on this, we actually tested canola, logical choice, an oil seed crop, safflower, another logical choice with which we have a lot of experience in Utah, and we tested flax. And after we were through doing that, we discovered that safflower has by far the best fit for the really arid regions of Utah. There was some issue because we are immediately south of the Salt Lake City airport that we would actually utilize a crop that would attract birds. And the crop in Utah the safflower crop traditionally in Utah has been used for bird seed. We produce a brilliant bright white safflower seed, and that seed is used in a lot of the commercial seed that goes for bird seed. And so there was some concern that this would attract birds. Our observation after having done this for 2 seasons is that the birds like this seed, but they like someone else to harvest it for them. So in this particular case, we don't see any increase in bird populations in this area. We don't see the birds in the field, and we don't see the birds trying to extract the seeds from the plants.
Just with the seed in there and the oil comes out, the oil is in this barrel. It looks pretty gunky and rough, and so what there is a cleanup process. We put that from this barrel or container, wherever it comes from, into this first tank here, which is called the reactor tank. We mix this tank with some methanol and some sodium hydroxide according to recipe, just like a bread recipe. And so once we get this all mixed up, you can see it looks kind of milky. That means that it's reacting in there and doing what it's supposed to be doing. So now that we've got it shut off, there will be 3 distinct layers that will begin to form. The methanol and the sodium hydroxide combine together and go after the oil, and what they do is they basically make the oil really thin in a reaction so that it'll go through the diesel injection ports in your engine. So what we have here is it's just kind of sitting there. By gravity it will settle. The parts that we don't want will wash away. Parts that we do want we'll put in the second tank, and we'll put water with that. The water will absorb the excess sodium hydroxide that we have put in the oil, and hopefully we'll get most of that or all of it out, and then we'll have finished biodiesel that will come out that tank, and we can put it right into your diesel engine. So what we're looking at here today is called the cake from an oil seed press operation. What this cake is the results of putting the seed through a press, extracting the oil, and this is what's left over. This product is a high-value feed crop for livestock. Without this product, this system that we're talking about today would not work. This sells for somewhere around $200 a ton currently. We were very, very fortunate to have a biodiesel plant. It just opened in the last few months. It's Washakie Energy. We have a representative here today. And these guys can make 10 million gallons a year of this stuff. This is the size of plant we like to see. Then it becomes much more easy for us to make ASCM quality biodiesel because we're making it big batches, very controlled environment. They have chemists and labs, and so this is just showing you that biodiesel isn't rocket science. It's something that's here today. The reason why we chose biodiesel as our biofuel here at Utah State University in Salt Lake County and Salt Lake City was because it's here today. We can use it.